Come back to you with part 3 of voting. We're talking about voting here. In this segment, I want to comment briefly on the candidates that are out here in the public eye, in the public view, in the media, and on the platform, on the silver screen. That doing all the primaries and the caucuses and the presentations and the speech and doing the rallies and all of that is going on now. And we're talking about the reality of the thing. And we basically are talking about voting. And we want to look at the candidates because that's very important. The way they dress, the way they look, the way they talk, the way they walk, the things they've done in the past, all that have to be looked at before you vote. You need to analyze who these people are. Do some research. Our front runners out there, and they're bad. We got 2 front runners out there that ain't no joke. Okay. We got 2 of the toughest, in my opinion, front runners out there on this campaign trail that I ever seen in my life. Okay, they some bad mamma jammas. Okay, Hillary, I want to speak about her first. Is treacherous. Okay. And she got a lot on the table. She's been involved in a lot of stuff. Some of it was good, a whole lot of it was bad. Her husband was president, and we all know about him. It's history. It left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. Okay. When you look at Hillary, she had a hand in Libya. That Benghazi thing left some bad taste in people's mouth. When we watch her testimony, in my opinion, she was very arrogant. She never really answered the questions that she was asked. She danced around it. She never wanted to take responsibility for what happened, even though she was a major player, okay, and knew what was going on concerning that situation in Benghazi, and lives were lost. Gaddafi got murdered. Because this country wanted a regime change. And Hillary and Obama was the 2 major players, along with the military, in that situation. Today, Gaddafi is dead. and Libya is in bad shape. Um, that's not good when you look at it and understand the facts. A lot of the voters haven't really looked at it. They haven't really did the research to know what happened, the what, the why, the when, and the how, and the who. But today, Gaddafi is dead because of the good that he was getting ready to do for his country. Okay. But our country saw that it would be a threat to the world reserve currency of the United States and other countries. And the overall objection there was to get rid of Gaddafi. I think that Obama and Hillary also had a hand and was a player in the situation that is going on in Syria. That caused millions of so-called refugees now to flee for their lives with nothing, whatever they could carry. Women's old and young, men's old and young, and children is suffering on account of what happened in Syria. And Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama was two of the players in there, involved in that situation. So Hillary ain't no chump, okay, and she's ready to challenge the Trump. Now, Hillary been around a long time. She's pretty smart. She is basically the queen of this country when it comes down to politics. She ain't no joke. But is she worthy of your vote? Is she worthy of the black vote? Because what's on the table for us? The builders, okay, of this country. Our bloodline built this country. And we are still shedding blood in this country for no reason at all. So, is she worthy of the black vote? Is what she's saying, okay, put anything out there or any benefits out there for you other than what you've been getting or already have? What's on the table for you? See, she is a treacherous woman. She's arrogant. She's bigoted. She's rich. And she's white. And she got a lot of power. Donald Trump is rich, he's white, he's brave, he's arrogant, he's radical. He believes in kicking ass. He believes in knocking somebody upside the head if they get out of line. He believe in kicking you out if you mess up. He ran the bush. He ran one of the bushes out of the bush. Jeb Bush jumped out after Trump got through with him in South Carolina. I like his heart. I like his braveness. But I don't like his arrogance. And I don't like him. He brags too much and say the same thing over and over again. Those are your two front runners. Is Clinton afraid of Trump? No. Is Trump afraid of Clinton? No. I think Trump will chew her up. If it come down to the why, I believe Trump will eat Clinton up there on that platform. It'll be something to see. Now your other runners and candidates, are they worthy of your vote? If Trump or Hillary is not worthy of your vote, then whoever running behind them, or either you're going to set out. But who you got? John Casey. He's fighting for his own state. So is Marco Rubio. You shouldn't have to go to your state and beg them to vote for you or to support you, and you governor or senator of that state. You shouldn't have to go to your state begging. Everybody in the state should turn out to the rally. If they're ready to support you, if any of them, if Casey or Rubio lose their state, they might as well get out of the race. So then who you going to vote for? Ted Cruz? Think about it. You want Rubio? Well, Rubio is young. He's intelligent. He's smart. He's pro-life. He support Dharma, domestication of a marriage being between one man and one woman. Okay. Is he worthy of your vote? What are you putting on the table for you? See? We're talking about voting here. Nothing else. Just vote. What about Ted Cruz? What's on the table? What are you putting on the table for you? They say this thing is real dogmatic because last week they got several videos of Ted Cruz on YouTube mistakenly ate a booger. See, everybody's throwing mud on everybody, and all the candidates are talking about the past. Okay, and what they've done in the past. Well, whatever that was, it didn't work. let's get over that and what we're going to do for the future of this country, because we're in bad shape. It's going to take a very smart and intelligent, okay, and somebody with a cool hand to pull us out of this mess. And Bernie Sanders is the smartest one of them up there. Okay, when it comes down to knowledge about politics and public servant. So if you basically, I would think on the Democratic side now, if I was going to vote, I would vote for Bernie. Because he's an old man, but he knows what he knows, and he knows that he knows that he knows. Okay. I mean, he is talking more towards, in other words, his conversation and his response is more towards being a public servant versus being a politician. Now the difference is that a politician is for his constituents, okay, his colleague, his business, his business partners, and other business and associates and lobbyists. Okay. Okay. He is for the 5%, or Bernie said 5%, but I would say the 10%, okay, of the people, okay, in this country, which basically owns 80% of the wealth, maybe more, give or take. Right. That's what a politician backs. That's the side a politicians stand on. Okay. They don't stand on the minority, the lower class, the middle class. Okay, they're always talking about the middle class, but who are the middle class? People that make $100,000 to $200,000 a year. Well, there's a class under that class. Okay, and another class under that class. Okay, who is suffering, and those are white and black. You know, because it's either going to be two types, and that's what they're shooting for, the haves and the have-not. Like I say, if you're not on the table or at the table, most of the time you're on the menu. And you know what happened to the menu? It get ate up. See, so Bernie is talking more like a public servant rather than a politician, because a public servant is supposed to be serving the people. The people should be in command, in charge. The people is the employer, and the public servant is the employee. Okay, that's where it's supposed to work. But now, as a politician, it's reversed. In other words, it's ass backwards now. See, the politicians have taken over the country and taken possession of everything through property taxes and fees. Okay. And so the politician is basically a parasite That's what a politician is. It's a parasite that feeds off of the people and create laws to pull more and more resources from the people. So the people is nothing but a transmitting utility. Okay. Mostly more for the government than for themselves. See, so when you go out there to vote now, you need to understand what you're voting for. It's very important because you should have a reason and a benefit to vote for. So Bernie is the best thing on the Democratic side. Okay. In my opinion, if I was going to get out there and vote. Now let's look at the Republican side. Okay. John Casey, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, and Donald Trump. Well, in my opinion, the best out there is Donald Trump. That's in my opinion. If I was going to vote Republican, I would either set out or vote for Donald Trump. Now he'll probably take us to hell in a straw basket. Okay, but he's the strongest thing out there. Okay, he's the bravest thing out there. He's the craziest thing out there. I mean, he's also the richest thing out there. So there are your choices. Okay, question is, are any of them, whether be Republican or Democratic, worthy of your vote? And if they are, what's on the table for you? Thank you, and be blessed.